So the NBA announced an in-season tournament.
Yes.
And I think this past week, Bill Daly said the NHL is not doing that. But for the sake of today's conversation, I would like the four of us to imagine what an NHL in-season tournament could look like. First of all, if you like this idea, if you think it's stupid, what it would look like in the NHL. So I'll just open up the floor
lay it out
for this debate.
For viewers first who may not know what that NBA in-season tournament looks like.
Great point. So the NBA is doing an in-season tournament in which they put, I won't even explain how the groups were made because I didn't even fully understand, but it's going to be like a round robin sort of thing.
Yep.
The people who win are going to move on, and all of these games count as regular season games. Like, this is not an extra thing. These are all games that count. Just
how many pools are there?
I think there's 6.
Okay.
Yes, 3 in each conference.
Okay.
And they play each other, and then there'll be a championship game once the winners, are revealed, and then that championship game does not count for a regular season win or loss, but you win a trophy, and there's awards and prizes. So the players on the team that lose in the quarterfinals all get $50,000. Players on a team that lose in the semifinals get $100,000. Players on a team that lose in the championship get $200,000, and players on the winning championship team get $500K. So there is a monetary, I guess.
But all the other
prize.
games count as regular season games.
Every other game counts
Except the championship.
Except the championship.
So I'm gonna right out of the gate say, wait till someone gets hurt in the championship game that doesn't count for anything.
Yeah. That's true.
Wait till somebody gets hurt in the championship game that doesn't count for anything.
This is kind of a soccer model, right? They do these sorts of things. And listen, when we were kids, we were playing hockey. You might have been playing in a league, but you had tournaments that you still played in during the course of a season. So it's fun. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Everybody loves to
adopt this.
Everybody loves to play for something, right? I mean, that's why the Tax Slayer Bowl exists.
And it's going to generate revenue for the league, obviously. It's also going to generate interest for the league, which is also a good thing. And maybe it breaks up just the mundane nature of the regular season.
Monotony when you get to the middle of the season. Like, I don't know. I mean, we've struggled sometimes, like when we're on game 36 and you're looking at the punch card of the rest of the games, you're thinking, oh my gosh, especially with the last 2 years, it was more of a tank mentality. It would have been fun. I don't know. I think it would have been fun. But I also get the point, like Roaring Fork in the comments, imagine Keller getting hurt in a mid-season tournament.
That's just it. I completely agree with that.
Regular season games, it doesn't matter.
They got to play those games
you're
anyway.
Still playing, you're playing those games
Well, I guess the championship.
What about the championship game?
The
that
one
doesn't
game
count for anything, though. I might be in the minority here. It feels gimmicky to me. It feels a little gimmicky, and I know like the soccer model in the EPL Premier League and everything else, and they've got all that. So that's all well and good, and I think it would be fun. But at the same time, it just to me it feels a little gimmicky, and I don't feel like we're missing out. I don't feel like the NHL is missing out on any sort of mid-season tournament because to me the playoffs are it. There is nothing. Yeah. There is nothing like the NHL playoffs.
The trophy for this mid-season tournament is meaningless.
Yeah, no one skate around.
NBA just gave rings for the fucking Summer League. Crazy. Like, really?
Yeah.
So I'm agree with Pat. HK. Like, who cares? Like, really?
Yeah.
Really? We're going to do this in the middle of the season and we're all going to be, the only thing that makes the players care a little bit is $500,000. But really, you know what? NHL players would rather take the day off. Oh, shit, I don't have to practice and I don't have to go fly to Chicago for that game today. They'd rather do that than the $500K.
Could this potentially cut down on travel, though, if you're like in a pod of geographic pod?
They'll change the whole goddamn schedule then.
Yeah,
do what you said and play in your geographic area. Why would the Coyotes play in the Central Division when they're 4 hours from Las Vegas by car? That's just dumb.
Yep.
So why don't we just realign the whole thing? Then,
buddy,
don't
get me started on
regular season games matter.
Yeah,
and now regular season games are against your little geographic area and they become more important. Now you got rivalries. I
might have to do another realignment tour. I think I do one every summer.
The one thing I did like, this is kind of a curveball, but as opposed to an in-season tournament, I thought during the COVID season when they had the home and homes, or how they kind of made the team, the series, that was fun.
Yes.
That'll create rivalries in a hurry.
It will.
Again,
you know what's interesting?
Cut down on travel, cut down on cost.
At the ownership level, they didn't want that because they thought they wouldn't sell tickets to that that second meeting.
You playing St. Louis. We played Coyotes played St. Louis 7 straight times.
Great series, by the way.
It was fire by the end of it.
Yeah,
couldn't agree more.
Disagree with anybody who says that's a bad idea. It cuts down on travel for the players. first and foremost, that
physically,
should be, that should be
wear and tear on the players, cost for the owners. I think you look at it separated by a day. You don't have to do back-to-backs. I understand the ramifications of back-to-backs, but 2 nights in a hotel is cheaper than 1 night on a plane. It just is. And so you want to play Thursday, Saturday, or Wednesday, Friday in Anaheim? Hell yes. Yeah. And then fly back here and play on Sunday in Arizona, 3 straight games. Absolutely, they should be doing that. And these are things that I think would raise interest, that would still keep the integrity of the regular season intact, and we wouldn't have to have the gimmicky things, but still make sense to the player, to the owner, and I think it's great for the fan.
And I like what Roaring Fork said as well, because if you're looking for a tournament mid-season, watch the World Juniors.
Watch
the World Juniors.
And Joel said the Olympics too.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to wait for us, but watch the World Juniors.
Best
that's
hockey
a great
in the
call.
world.
If
that's
my
favorite tournament all time.
And I mean, come on, how much fun was it watching Dylan Gunther score the golden goal to win it all for Team Canada?
Not that great.
Here's what I'll say about that.
Sorry, Dylan.
Awesome. It was amazing.
USA.
So, anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
but
wait, buddy. Stop apologizing for everything you do. Interrupt him. You're part of the show today.
He interrupts all of us.
You're
all
part
the time.
of the show today.
He does interrupt all of us.
Yes.
So
I interrupt
here's
guests.
what I'll say about the in-season tournament. I give the NBA more credit than any other league in North America for experimenting. I think they're the most innovative league in North American professional sports. They may scrap this if it doesn't succeed.
Sure.
But what if it becomes popular? What if people like it?
Yep.
What if it gets ratings and generates revenue? Well,
merchandise and sales
they
and
nailed
TV
it
ratings.
again.
You're right.
Yeah, so we'll see.
You're right.
Do I think it's meaningful in any way? No.